How's it going, guys? Welcome to my trailer breakdown for The Flash Season 5, Episode 21. This is the second to last episode of the season, otherwise known as the penultimate episode, but I feel like this episode might also feel like kind of a season finale, and I'll get into why I think that after we watch the trailer.
You want me to open the doors to every meta in this city?
Wipe them off the face of the planet. These people need protection.
This is our last chance.
We have to find Cicada, or we lose everyone.
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
The title of the episode is The Girl with the Red Lightning, which is referring to XS, aka Nora Allen, who after going through the negative Speed Force 2 episodes ago gained red lightning instead of her purple and yellow, which she had before. That she's probably going to be the main focus of this episode. We see in the trailer that she is severely injured in some ways, so I feel like this episode will very much focus around her in some way or another. The title doesn't really matter. What does matter what is happening in this actual episode. I'll get to why I think this might feel like a season finale in a second, but let's start with the actual trailer. We see that the Flash and Team Flash is holding all of these metahumans. They do this a lot in every season. They do it at least once. Sometimes, like this season, they're doing it twice. They did it earlier in the season as well, where Team Flash was trying to get all these metahumans away from Cicada. The first one we saw Peekaboo, we saw Novak. I forgot his name, but he's the guy with the snake eye, the guy that was terrible. But in this episode, this seems like they're doing it again, bringing together all of these metahumans to, I guess, secure them and get them away from Cicada. Now, I do think that it would be pretty cool if Cicada showed up here and just massacred all of them. If she showed up and something like Zoom did in Season 2 where he massacred all those cops, it would be pretty cool if, similar to earlier in this season when the Cicada, the second one, showed up for the first time and defeated Team Flash pretty easily and massacred all of them, it would be pretty cool if she showed up here and literally killed every single one of these metahumans. It would make her seem so much more badass. It would make her as a threat feel way more threatening, unlike now where she's more threatening than the first one, the first Cicada, but not exactly threatening compared to like Reverse Flash, who we will see in this season as well. But I do think that if she did that, that would be pretty awesome. So I didn't mention this in my last episode review, but it seems like Orland Dwyer is in the new Cicada, Grace Gibbons' mind. It seems like that he is there telling her what to do. He says wipe them off the face of the planet, talking about the metahumans. This is obviously not the real Orland Dwyer because he's dead and he's never going to come back because Grace actually killed him. But this is in her mind. I feel like this is the dagger maybe messing with her mind. I feel like her connection to the dagger gives her some connection to Orland, or maybe a piece of Orland went into the dagger when he was Cicada, so now they have some sort of psychic connection. Even though he is dead, he is inside of her mind, which is why probably when Cicada, or when XS maybe manages to destroy the dagger with the thing she stole in the last episode, or somebody in Team Flash manages to destroy the dagger, she won't be as motivated to kill all these metahumans because this old Cicada, the first version of Cicada, will not be around any longer. That's just a theory I have, but it's possible. I think that it's more likely that she's just gonna die. We see kind of a riot breaking out in the CCPD station with all of these metahumans. We also see the new Cicada maybe breaking in to the police station. I can't really tell if this is the police station because I don't know. It might not look like it, but it would make sense if she is. We also see Killer Frost being pushed aside. We see, I think, a couple members of Team Flash being hit, and also XS being knocked out, and Barry holding her in his arms. She's not going to die because she can't die. I don't think she's going to die. It wouldn't really make any sense for her to die, but there is a moment in this trailer where they tease the fact that she might. But I think this moment where Cicada jumps through the window and possibly breaks into the CCPD, this might be a pretty cool moment if she does just go all out and massacres all of these metahumans that could all possibly die in this episode. Then again, she doesn't necessarily need to kill all these metahumans, to massacre all these metahumans, because she's going to kill them anyway because of the cure, the kind of prototype cure that she stole from Team Flash off screen. I don't know why they did that off screen, but they did. But now her plan is coming to fruition, which is that she's going to use this prototype cure to kill all of the metahumans in the city, which means she doesn't necessarily need to kill all these people, and I don't necessarily think she will, because again, she does not need to, but I don't think also she will succeed in her plan plan to unleash this metahuman virus or the prototype cure on the city, because then that would kill a lot of the members of Team Flash. So what I think will happen in this episode is that Team Flash will successfully defeat and possibly kill Cicada version 2, or maybe just cure her of her powers as well as sever her from her connection to both the lightning dagger as well as her uncle. It would be very tragic if she died, because we saw the younger version of herself. The younger version of herself, I think, also will wake up from her coma and do something to convince the older version of herself to not do what she's doing, which would make it so that she might go back to being normal in the future. I do not know, because I think it would be very tragic if she does die, but at the same time, it's very likely that she will. But I also do think that they will fully and successfully defeat Cicada in this episode, because this is not even a spoiler, but the season finale does not include Cicada. According to the synopsis, it's Barry faces off with his oldest and most formidable nemesis, Reverse Flash. We also see a lot of set photos of Reverse Flash, and it seems like this might feel like kind of a season finale with Team Flash going up against the main villain and defeating said main villain, but that also leads into the real season finale where Reverse Flash turns out to be the actual main villain of the season, and he fights Team Flash, and that leads to some sort of cliffhanger that goes into season 6. So I feel like this episode, episode 21, will maybe feel like its own separate season finale, not really a penultimate episode to the season, and then Legacy might feel like either a prologue or a epilogue to that, or maybe its own contained version of the season finale, which is you get rid of Cicada and then later you fight the Reverse Flash. I'm definitely much more excited for episode 22, which is also titled Legacy, than episode 21, but I am definitely interested in this episode and interested in the ending of the conflict between Cicada and Team Flash. But let me know your thoughts about this episode in the comments down below, and if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe, and check out my trailer breakdown for Arrow's next episode as well, which is also the penultimate episode of the season. But anyway, as always, thanks for watching.